Hello there guys! For today's video, I'm going to show you how to wrap text around subject in Photoshop. And also, we will dive deeper into making selection with the use of a select subject, expanding of selection, using rectangular Marquee tool, inverting of selection, turning selection to path, and applying type tool. So let's get started! So here in our document, I prepared here a subject with a clear background, and our goal here is to wrap text around our subject. The first step we're going to do here is we're going to crop this image. So to do that, with that background layer selected on the layers panel, go to the toolbar and find this symbol. This is the crop tool. And then I'm going to minimize the size of this image to something like that. And then hit OK. Now the next step we're going to do here is we're going to create a selection around our subject. So to do that, with that background layer active, go to the menu bar, go to select, then choose on subject. Once we already have a selection around our subject, now we're going to expand the selection. Still with this selection and with that background layer active, go to the menu bar, go to select, go to modify, and then choose expand. So this expand selection box will appear. So we're going to expand it by the amount that you want. For my case, I'm going to set this one to 50 pixels and then hit OK. Right? So as you have noticed here, the selection is already expanded. And by the way, if you find this video helpful so far, please consider subscribing to help YouTube algorithm show my videos to other nerds like us. So the next step we're going to do here is we're going to invert the selection. So to do that, with this selection, all I'm going to do is to press Ctrl plus Shift plus I. So I repeat, just press Ctrl plus Shift plus I to invert the selection. And there you go. So you will notice here the selection is no longer on the subject, but it's outside the subject. And then the next step here is we're going to get the rectangular Marquee tool. So where to find that? Going on to the toolbar, go on to the second tool, right click on the second tool, and you're going to find there the rectangular Marquee tool. Click on that. For the options panel, make sure that you're selected on this intersect with selection. So once we already set that up, now I'm going to click and drag to create a rectangle from the part that I want. I'm not going to include the right area because I don't want the text to be on that part. So I'm just going to do it something like that. Once I release that, now we already have this selection on this clear area. So now this is the part where we're going to apply the text. And now we're going to turn this selection to path. So to do that, going on to the paths panel over here. Well, if you can't find that, you can just go to the menu bar, go to window, and then find path over there. Right? So once you click that, we're already on the paths panel. And then once we open that, I'm going to click on this 4 horizontal line icon on the right side of the screen. This one. Just click this one and then choose on Make Worth Path. Alright, so this dialog box will appear. For the tolerance, I'm going to set this one to 1.0 pixels and then hit OK. Now once I did that, you can see now the selection already turned into path. Now, in this case, we can now apply the type tool. Right, so to do that, going on to the toolbar, find the type tool. It's this symbol, or press T for the shortcut key. Click that. Once it's selected, we can now apply the text on our canvas. So I'm going to start from here. So I'm going to click it over here. There you are. So once I click that, the lorem ipsum text will be there. All right. And another thing here, on another window, I had a research about the water related to that. Just an example. So I'm going to copy the sentence here, right? This one's copy. Let's go back to Photoshop, and then let's paste it here. Press Ctrl plus V. All right, so there you go. Now I don't want the spacing here, so let's remove that. I'm just going to press backspace. Okay, there are much better. Okay, so as you have noticed here that on the text is already applied only inside the path. See? Okay. So the next step that I'm going to do here is I'm going to open the font character. So to do that, I'm going to the layers, double click on the thumbnail layer for me to create a selection from all those texts. Double click on this. There are. Then go to the menu bar, go here, click this one. This is for the character panel. Click this one. Now we may now start applying the changes on the text. So if I want to change the color, let's go here. Let's set this one to color aqua, let's say. All right, or something like sky blue. This one. Hit OK. All right, and then for the font style, this one, I'm going to adjust this one easier. I'm just going to click, hold it, and then I can move it to the left if I want to decrease the size. See? And if I want to increase the size, I can just move it to the right while holding that. Okay? That's how it goes. Okay? I'm going to set this one to the amount like this. All right? I'm making sure that all the texts are here. Right? Something like that. Okay, that's it. I can also adjust the text if I want it in the middle or the left, something like that. Well, in my case, this one is okay. Once you're good with it, click on this tick mark. All right, and that's how it goes. Now let me show you the before and after. So this one is the before, and this one is the after. And that is how to wrap text around subject in Photoshop.